Hey folks, this is Vincent Adderley with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to check out the Shipwreck Arcana. This is a game that supports 2 to 5 players. It's for ages 10 and up, and the average play time is about 20 minutes. This is a cooperative game where players will be working together to outwit doom. Players will be using logic and deduction to figure out what numbers we have in our hands, and these cards will help us to do that. The whole objective of the game, we are playing as the green token here, and we start on the 0 space of the clock track. So we start here, and as we earn points throughout this game, we're going to go down to 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7. If we get our green token to the 7th space before doom also reaches 7, then we win the game. However, if the red token reaches 7 first, then we collectively lose the game. The red token will start on 0 in easy mode. However, you can up the difficulty by placing it on the 2 space, or the 4 space, or even the 6 space. Meaning if doom just gets 1 point, players lose. It's a really difficult game. There's also a 2-player variant that adds 2 separate rows of numbers for each player, and that will make no sense to you right now, but just be notified that there is an alternative advanced 2-player variant should you decide to do it. We are just going to do the standard 2-player game today. So how does this game work? Well, the game comes with a bunch of these Arcana cards, and on one side is like a logic statement. This says odd. If the sum of your fates is odd, play one of them here, or same. If both of your fates are the same, play one of them here. I know that means nothing to you right now, but suffice it to say, these Arcana cards will help us to tell our friends what our hidden number is, and that'll make more sense as you see it happen. We actually played this off camera, by the way. We typically don't do that, but this is one of those games we felt needed like a playthrough on our own just to get the feel of it, because our brains were hurting by the end of our test session. It was kind of fun. So you're going to get this standard tracker here, always, and then you're going to shuffle this deck of Arcana cards, and then you're going to deal out 4 of them, like so. Now, there is a back side to them, and these are one-off special abilities that we can turn in once we earn them. But you're going to put them face up, like logic side face up. There's also a bag here full of these black tokens, and these black tokens number 1 through 7, and we're going to be pulling these from the bag and keeping one and placing the other one somewhere on one of these Arcana cards to hopefully tell our opponent or our friend what is left in our hand. And that'll make, again, more sense as we play. The game also came with this. It was separate in my press copy. My guess is that the developer included like expansion cards for me. We're not going to use them today, but I just wanted to quickly show you what they look like in case you were curious. It's just a bunch of new cards. I'm assuming that you can shuffle them right in. There were no directions to these, but they look exactly like these Arcana cards. I'm assuming if you wanted to use these, you could totally do so.
Which we will in the future.
I'm sure we will in the future. Okay. So let's go ahead and show you what's in the box. The box contains a number of tokens, and I think you're going to go turn off the furnace?
Yes, I am.
All right, sorry folks. We usually turn off the furnace before our play session so that you guys can't hear any background noise. While she's doing that, this is what the box insert looks like. Well, no insert, it's just the box. These are the player color tokens that we are not currently using for this game. Again, as I mentioned, there are some black tokens in here. You're always going to use the black tokens. There are more black tokens than a set of color tokens. So my set of blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and hers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are used for deduction only. This is to help us keep track of what we think our friend's number is that is hidden in their hand. And the bag contains multiple copies of the same number. I think there's 3 of each number. Quick look at the rulebook for those of you that are curious. The rulebook is, well, it's not really a rulebook, but a rule sheet. It's this size, front and back. Actually, is there? No, that's it. Okay, so you get, this is it. It's not too complicated. Again, this is our third time playing, first time on camera. We might get a rules wrong or two, but as we always say, we're here to spread awareness. So, how does the gameplay actually work? Well, on your turn, you're going to draw 2 tiles from the bag, and I'm going to play them face up for the benefit of a demo. However, typically you would hide these. So I drew the 6 and the 4. Okay? Now you're going to draw up to 2. It is possible that you have one carried over from a previous round, in which case you just draw up to 2. But you always just begin your turn by having 2 of these numbers. Okay? And then you have to figure out which number you want to play on what Arcana card in order to help your friend deduce what the other number is in your hand. And that's how you earn points. If a deduction is made at the end of a player's turn as to what your number is, and they're correct, then you get to move your green marker up the track and earn points. However, if you're wrong, Doom earns points. Okay? So as an example, I drew the 4 and the 6. So this card says 4 apart. If the difference between your fates, whenever the game says fates, it's referring to these tiles here. And it says your fates. So if the difference is 4 or more, play one of them here. Unfortunately, these are not 4 apart, so I could never play one of these 2 numbers here. I'd have to just bypass that. However, my partner may go, he didn't play one there. Maybe they're closer together than 4. Who's to know? This one says even. If the sum of your fates is even, play one of them here. Well, it just so happens that one of, the sum of this, 6 and 4, is 10. So I could play either the 4 or the 6 here. And then she would be able to deduce from that and say, well, if the sum is even, that means you cannot have an odd number. So she's going to point to my array and start eliminating numbers. Again, this is only for deduction purposes. You don't actually do anything with these. I can't subtly go, I can't do that. She will control mine and I will control hers, and she will tell me which ones she wants to flip over. I cannot help in her deduction. But, so let's say I put the 6 here on this even card. That tells her, well, it can't be a 1 because the sum would be a 7. The sum is not a 9 or an 11 or 13. So my secret number that I still have in my hand must be a 2, a 4, or a 6. And sometimes you can even go a step further than that. This one says if one of your fates is exactly 1 more or 1 less than the other, play one of them here. So now she's thinking to herself, well, is it possible that he may have meant something by not playing it here? In this case, it wouldn't matter, because if I did put this here, that would mean I'd have either a 7 or a 5, which I don't. She's already eliminated those, so this card would not apply to this at all. This one is if the sum of your fates is a multiple of 3, play one of them here. Well, the sum of 6 and 4 is 10, which is not a multiple of 3. So this card would not be a thing. She might think to herself, well, 6 plus 6 is 12, and 3 is a multiple of 12. It's 3 times 4 is 12. So why didn't he play over here? So maybe we can eliminate the 6. Maybe he just played it there because he wanted to. I don't know. This is part of the logic deduction of the game. In addition to doing this, at the end of your turn, at the end of your turn, first the other players will have the option of making a deduction, meaning they'll pick a number that they think it is and guess if they want to. If they are incorrect, Doom goes up by 1. If they are correct, Green goes up by 1. Regardless, if a deduction is guessed, or if a deduction is made,
a prediction.
A prediction, I'm sorry. If a prediction is made, you have to discard whatever it is you had. Correct or incorrect. If she guessed, right or wrong, this 4 would go back in the bag. Okay? And then we'd reset this because this would no longer apply anymore. Okay? So, in addition to that, you'll notice that these numbers have little notches on them. The 7 has 3 notches, and the 4, 5, and 6 have 2 notches, and the 1, 2, and 3 have 1 notch on them. And the reason for that is because on the very bottom of these cards are little, like, moon symbols, like half moons, whatever. If the number of notches meets or exceeds, for example, if I played a 6 here, And at the end of the turn, this number of notches equals this, or even if I played the 7 here, this 3 notches exceeds the 2 moon symbols down here. That indicates that the card has been spent, what was it? Faded. It was faded. Like time had passed to the point where the card is now gone. Now, at that point, at the end of the turn, this card will go away. And any tiles on it that were black will go back into the bag. Now, one of 2 things will happen. If a correct prediction was made that turn, then nothing happens. This comes to us, and we get to use its backside as a power. If a deduction was not made, or a correct deduction, I should say, was not made this turn, then it also comes to us, but Doom gets 2 points on the track. So anytime a card is faded, and we have not made a correct prediction, then we lose 2 points to Doom here. Okay? And I know that was kind of jumping around a little bit, and I may have been a little unclear in certain places, but it'll make more sense as we actually start playing.
If you make a wrong guess, though, you get 3, right? 1.
So if you do them, okay, let's say that I had, yes, it is possible to lose 3. 1, let's say that there was a 7 here for whatever reason, and my secret number was 3 and you guessed 4. Mm-hmm. It was incorrect. Not only would Doom get a point for you being incorrect, but at the end of the round, no correct prediction was made. The number of notches exceeds this. This card gets faded, and another 2 points goes to Doom.
Yes.
So potentially you could lose 3 points by A, guessing wrong, and B, having a card fade on you.
Yes.
Okay? So it is possible. Mm-hmm. So, all right, and if you can't play anything to the array, you play the number here, and then it automatically moves here. It doesn't mean anything logistically. It just means it just counts toward the timer on the bottom of these cards. Mm-hmm. And I think with that said, we'll show you what we mean and hope that we make good examples. Okay, the first game was awful. Like, yes. we didn't understand certain logic statements.
I didn't understand.
I'm just trying to be nice.
I know.
All right.
Math problems. I love math, but math problems with text is not my strong suit.
So you're going to deal 4 cards at random. Here's the entire deck.
Yep.
And I didn't cover like when tiles stay on when they come off, but we'll cover that when we get there. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to pick 2 tiles from the bag, and this is what I have. So now I have to figure out a way to play one of them to help her identify the other one. So let's see. Well,
can the camera see? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Should we do new cards?
You want a mulligan already?
Yes.
Here, I will shuffle. Let me shuffle and I'll bring them back out.
Well, we use them as examples, so I'll just... I got it. I got it.
Mr. Drop-A-Lot.
Before I get into logic stuff, I want to show the camera as many cards as possible.
I see. We should use the new ones.
I think I just did by act... Oh, no, they're off to the side there. Yeah. All right, 1, 2... 3 and 4.
In case y'all couldn't tell, I'm dying to use the other ones.
We will use them, no worries.
I know.
Okay, so there's some new cards for y'all to look at. Did we get the odd already? Or no?
I don't remember.
Okay.
On our first game we did.
Okay, I just wanted to show people new cards is what I was trying to do. Okay, if one of your fates is double or triple than the other, play one of them here. If the sum of your fates is odd, play one of them here. If the sum of your fates is 7, 8, or 9, play one of them here. If both of your fates are the same, play one of them here. Well, I'm going to play this one here.
Okay.
So this has 1 notch on it, and there's 3 moons or whatever down there. So the card will not fade at the end of this turn. It just stays there.
What's cool about this game is that not only do you have to use logic to figure out... like deduction number logic, but you have to use like notch logic too. Like there's a reason why he put that down there. Why didn't he put that down there on a card that could have been faded?
Exactly.
You know? Okay. So the sum of your fates is odd, play one of them here. Okay. So so it couldn't be a 1. Sorry, this one. Your 1 is upside down.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it couldn't be a 1 because 1 plus 1 is 2 and the sum of the fates is odd. It couldn't be 3.
Yes.
And it couldn't be 5.
Okay.
And it couldn't be 7 either.
No, technically, I shouldn't say yes or no or anything, but I'm verifying what you're saying.
He's supposed to like the other player is supposed to be completely quiet except for when after the other player gives a prediction.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, that's really the only thing I can go by. I don't have any other. Hold on. If the sum of your fates is 7, 8, or 9, it's a 6. 6 plus 1 is 7, but he didn't put a 1 here. He was probably just choosing. He didn't know which one to choose. I don't... If it was a 4 or 2, he wouldn't be able to put it here anyways. I wonder if it is a 4 or 2. Because he chose this one instead of this one. It's definitely not a 1 for sure, because of the same. One of your faces double or triple the other. Play one of them here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You got this.
Oh, if one of your faces double or triple. So if he put the 1 here, that means that it would have been a 2, right? Because 1 plus 1 is 2.
Well, double 1 is 2, right? Or triple is So
and triple 1 is
3.
Is 3.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was this one, I don't think it's a 2. Because if it was a 2, you would have most certainly put a 1 there.
Okay, so
I'm
you want me to flip this?
2. Yeah.
All right.
Now.
That leaves you with a 4 and a 6.
4 and a 6. I don't think I have enough information.
Mm-hmm.
The sum of your fates is 7, 8, or 9. I mean, he really could have put the 1 on either, but...
And again, this is just for the camera.
Yes. Yeah,
what she's thinking is, I could have put the 1 here and told her it could have been a 6, 8... Well,
7, 8, or 9.
Right, yes. Right. So I could have had a 6 or a 7 or an 8. Well, 6 or 7, really.
Yeah.
Because the 1... Yeah. So it's up to you. What do you think I meant?
So, I think that you did not put it here because it wasn't a 6. Because if yours was a 7... No, if yours was a 6, it would have been a 7. And I think you would have actually put your 1 here. Because this gives you more options. Whereas this one is just a general of the sum of your fates is odd, which is pretty general.
You mean this gives you less options?
Less options, yeah.
Yeah, because the only possible... Like, if I did put the 1 here, and I'm speaking for the benefit of the folks at home. If I put the 1 here, that would mean that my number is the sum of 1 plus something equals 7, 8, or 9.
Yeah.
Your only 2 options at that point would be 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Which is 2 as opposed to 3.
Yeah. I'm going to go for 4.
So you're just going to guess 4?
I'm just going to guess 4. Why not?
All right. So there we go. You got it correct. Now again, folks, technically I should not have said anything. I'm trying to demo the game in addition to... So, in that case, we would earn a point. This 4 that I had goes back in the bag. This 1 stays on here because the number of notches, which is 1, does not meet or exceed the moons down here.
Which are 3.
Right. So, we just earn a point and that's it.
And this gets reset
correct.
as well.
So, you pick 2 and I will reset my array.
Okay. I'm not as good giving clues as he is.
It's not true. Her 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon gets the better of her sometimes.
It does.
Knowing that I know that you know that I know that you know.
Okay, let's see. Okay.
It's like the Princess Bride.
I know. Okay. I will do. Oh, okay. Let's go here.
Okay. So she put a 2 there, which tells me that the sum of her fates is 7, 8, or 9. So the only possibilities is going to be a 5, 6, or... Well, if I got that right. Well, yeah, 5... Well, no. It's 10 o'clock and I'm tired. Well, okay, so that means it has to be 5. Well, yeah. I mean, that just... I can't be anything else, I don't think.
What are you talking about?
It could be a 6 or it could be a 7. Okay, so it could be one of these 3, I think.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I know, don't worry. For the record, folks, we played 2 or 3 games of this war of mine. I just got done 2 hours of dominoes with her father.
And then 2 games of this.
Oh my god, I'm tired. Okay, so the only possibilities, a 5 could make this true, a 6 could make this true, and a 7 could make this true. So the question is, what would it be? If one of your fates is double or triple the other, double 2 would be 4, and double 2 would be, or triple 2 would be 6. I have a strong hunch that it's not 6, only because if she played the 2 here, the only answers that would make sense here would be 4 or 6. And the fact that she did not play here kind of shows me that, okay, instead of 2 options, I'm now given 3 options. So it's possible that the 6 is not a thing. Whether or not she missed it, I don't know. So I'm on the fence about that. I'm gonna slide this down as a maybe, and I think just end it there.
Okay.
And no notches have been overexceeded here, so I'll just take my turn.
Well, did you also consider the other ones too?
Well, this one is if both of your fates are the same, play one as... Well, obviously it's not 2. This would not apply. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, if you played the 2 here, then the answer is 2. Mm-hmm. If you played the 2 here, that would mean the sum of your fates is odd, meaning that your answer would be, or your mystery number would be an odd number because you have an even number. But that would still give you 3 possibilities, whereas this also gives you 3 possibilities.
No, it doesn't.
What do you mean it doesn't?
It doesn't.
All right, hold on.
Oh, you mean for the ones that you covered as well?
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just saying, in my head...
Yeah.
If you had put the 2 here and the sum of everything is odd, then the 2 and the 4 and the 6 would be eliminated, and I'd be left with 1, 3, 5, 7.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So I can see why you didn't do that, because this would eliminate more numbers. Oh, I'm sorry. You had the 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did I eliminate? 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's possible that if the sum of your fates is odd, play one of them here. So it's possible that 5 or 7... Well, the fact that she didn't play here could mean that the number is 6. Because it's just... there's just too many variables. I'm not ready yet to make a decision.
Okay.
It could be a number of things, and I don't know how confident I am at reading your mind.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw 2 from the bag, because I had none to begin with. And, okay. So we start fresh. So I need to just, let's see here.
You put that there, right?
Yeah, but that one was in relation to a different number that you'd already guessed on.
I know, but I like to put our numbers, what we put on top, and then my since I'm second player, I like to put mine in the second row, I guess.
Okay.
Just to signify, so we won't get confused.
I'm going to do this.
Ooh. Okay, so it is not 1, it is not 2. It is not 3. It could be 4, 5, 6. It is not 7.
Yeah, because that would be 10.
Yes. The fact that you put it there, though, the sum of your fates is odd. I didn't see it.
Okay. I was just moving it.
Yeah. I think, before I was wondering why the heck they had symbols in the back. Now I kind of realize that if something accidentally gets flipped over, you still won't be able to see it.
I guess.
Okay. The sum of your fates is odd. Play one of them here. I think 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 9. If you had put your 3 here, I think you put the 3 here for a reason. And I don't think it's a 5. No, wait. If the sum of your fates is odd. Oh, shoot, now I'm all getting...
See, if the sum of... Had I put the 3 here...
Yeah, I know.
Then the number would have to be an even one. Yes. You'd be left with 2, 4, and 6.
Yeah.
Which is the same possibilities as 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Just as a clarification.
I know.
This card, if one of your fates is double or triple the other, play one of them here. So if I had played the 3 here...
3 times 2 would be 6, and 3 times 3 is 9. So I don't think it's the 6.
Okay, so you're just going to...
I'm going to eliminate the 6.
Okay.
Did I lose? Okay.
You can't lose by eliminating something.
If the sum of your fates is odd, place one of them here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think it's... If it wasn't odd, if the sum of your fate... If you did have a 4, you would have possibly put it here, though. I think it's a 5.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know. No, wait. Oh. Yeah, let's do it. Let's give the camera some crazy
You
stuff.
think it is?
I think it's a 5.
It was a 5. What led you to a 5? It was a 50-50 shot, but what led you to the 5?
Because if it was... my logic is this. You eliminate the obvious ones, right? The same... It couldn't be a same number because you didn't land on there, and it couldn't be this one because you didn't land on here. Now you're kind of left with 2 choices. So you pick the one that gives you the answer, basically. If you had put it here, the sum of the fate is odd. 3 plus 4 is 7, right? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking you didn't have the 4, so you put it here instead.
One thing to remember, however, had I had a 4, and had I played it here, the number of notches would have busted you out here. Would you have been able to guess the correct answer if I just played a 4 here?
If you had put a 4 here, and you had the what? The 5?
If I had, well, the 4 also has 2 notches. So, I mean, I put the...
You put the 3 here.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, if you did have a 4, which one would it replace? Like, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying, if I instead of having the 3, I had the 3 and the 5.
Yeah.
But if I had a 4 instead, and I put the 4 here...
Like a 4 and a 5, or a 4 and a 3?
No, 4 and a 3.
4 and a 3.
The 3 was constant. I had... Yeah. My hand is 3, 5.
Yes, I know.
But if you were saying...
But if you had a 3 or a 4, and you put the 4 here...
how would you then know that this was a 3? My hidden number was a 3 from that.
I would have... taken away... Actually, I would have actually taken away the 3 because you didn't put it here. And this says if the sum of your fates is 7 or 8 or 9, I would have been like, he probably doesn't have a 3, he doesn't have a 4, and he doesn't have a 5.
So you would have been incorrect in that case.
Yeah, in that case. So it was just a lucky guess.
Oh, all right. Well, sometimes better be lucky than good, right? Okay. So we get a point for that, and those still stay. Mm-hmm. All right, so you get to draw 1 from the bag because you have 1 left over.
Yes.
And these reset.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
Maybe I'm just really good at reading your mind.
Maybe. Scary, but maybe. I don't like that.
Alright, so now we have the ability to even use the old ones that we had, but it would throw off the other person.
It's possible, correct. So whenever you draw 1 from the bag, I am not allowed to know if you're playing the new one or the old one. I will know if it's a new one if the number is 1, 2, 3, or 4. Then I'll go, oh, well, I eliminated these already. So if the new number is a 1, 2, 3, or 4, then I'll know that she still has either the 5, 6, or 7 in her hand. But if she plays a 5, 6, or 7, there's a possibility that she played her old one, unless she has literally just picked up another 5, 6, or 7. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Sure. All right, now that's a 7. Holy cow. So that tells me that, well, I'm just going to take them. That might be the new number or the old number. We'll see. It could be that she just picked up the 7 or maybe picked up a 5 or a 6 just now. But let's go ahead and take this. Now, the number of notches here will exceed 3. So this card is going to be fated. If I don't guess correctly this round, or if I don't guess at all, this gets fated and Doom gains 2 points. But let's see if we can't math this out. If the sum of your fate is 7, 8, or 9, play one of them here. Well, that means she's got a 1 or a 2. Which means that she played the 5, 6, or 7. So I think she played her old number. because then she just picked up the 1 or the 2. So I'm going to flip all of these back over, and that leaves me with the 1 or the 2 in that case. Because only the 1 or 2 here would add up to 8 or 9 per this card. Now, with that being said, if the sum of your fates is odd, play one of them here. That's a 50-50 shot, though. How am I supposed to know, based on this new information, that she either has the 1 or the 2? What's interesting is that there's a 1 and a 2 already out of the bag. So there's 1 of each still, or there's 2 of each, and 1 of them is there. If the sum of your fates is odd, if she played the 7 over here, that would mean that she would have had a 2, because 7 plus 2 is 9. But how would I know, knowing that this is the new number, how would I know which of the 2, 4, or 6 this would be? Like, how would I know that? So I'm a little confused by this. If one of your fates is double or triple the other, with a 7, one time, there's no possibility for this 2. If she played this here, it's not possible for the 1 or the 2 to multiply, to which it would be 7. So I feel like I've got a 50-50 shot here. And she's laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me for?
I'm laughing because this is a 20 Kevin degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Wow, great.
And I feel so bad because I just thought of that.
Well, if I guess wrong, it's a 50-50 shot, and if I guess wrong, then if the sum of, if you had played this here, the sum of your fates is odd, play one of them here. Maybe she's telling me that the answer is related to this in some way. If the sum of your fate is odd, well, if she had played that there, her number would have had to have been 2 in order to make this odd. But she didn't do that. She did this. So, just for fun, I'm going to guess 1.
It's wrong.
Where did you get 2 from? Where did you get this 2 from?
Okay.
Well, Doom, first of all, I got incorrect.
Yeah. Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Listen.
That always ends well.
I know. I thought of it in my head and it was like so easy, and then I was like, oh crap. After I put it down, I was like, wait, my brain doesn't work like the others. I figured 7 and 5. 7 minus 5 is 2.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. It was obvious to me. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
This is what I have to work with.
I know, I'm so sorry. What? When you started explaining the odd, I was like, oh crap.
Well, there's that.
All right. So what's faded.
Yes. So these go away. The number of notches exceeds this down here. These go back in the bag. Your 2 goes away as well. Now this fades and we lose 2.
That's okay. 2. We got it.
Now we still get the card as a bonus.
Cool.
Old. After playing their fate, the active player may discard this to say whether they had that fate during their previous turn. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
All right. So we draw a new card. If one of your fates is exactly 2 more or 2 less than the other, play one of them here. All right. So you can reset your row as well.
I'm sorry. I don't know what.
What kind of logic are you using right now?
I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh wow.
It was for the camera. Sure.
Wow. Okay, then.
I'll try not to think like that anymore.
That's so out there.
I know. I was like, yes, I got it. And then I like instantly put it down, and then I was like, wait a second.
Okay. I'm going to have to do this one here.
Yeah, so when you say, like, I'm going to have to, you're not even supposed to say that, because that could clue you in on, like, other things.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But, okay. 2, okay. He certainly didn't put it here. If one of your faces is exactly 2 or more or 2 less. So it's not a 0. And I don't think it's a 4. Otherwise, you possibly, you would have put it there. If one of your fates is double or triple, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. I don't think it's a 6 at all. And I don't think it's a 2. 2, 3, 5, 5, 6, 7, 79. Yeah, I don't have any information.
All right. So you get to go.
I will do better this time. Okay. That would have been good for my previous one.
I'm still trying to understand this particular bonus. After playing their fate, the active player may discard this to say whether they had that fate during their... Oh, just to tell them if it's the old or new number.
Like in my last one, when I put that 7 down, I could discard it and say, that is my old number.
Yeah. Yes, okay.
Alright.
That's kind of useful. Doom is going to kick our butts.
No. Alright, I got it. I got this. Okay.
If one of your fates is double or triple the other, play one of them here. Well, that tells me that it's either a 2 or a 3, because double 1 is 2 and triple is that. So I'm going to turn all of these over. Now the question is, could she have done something else? Here's the thing. If she had put the 1 here, the only possible answer would have been a 3. So, to me, the answer has to be 2. Why wouldn't she... I mean, this is an automatic answer. 1 plus 2 is 3. So why didn't she do that? So... What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry, I'll tell you later.
Okay. I have to go with the logical thing here. I mean, your answer is 2.
It was 3.
What are you talking...
I'm sorry! That was my fault! I forgot that... Listen, no, come here. I'll explain. I only put a 1 there because of the notch. He left, folks. He left the building. I only put the 1 there because I forgot about the notch. If I had put the 1 here, I figured it would be faded, but I completely forgot about the rule that if you take a guess and it was right, then it could, then this won't count as a faded penalty. I forgot about it. I'm sorry. I swear I'm not doing this.
How did you... That's a guaranteed answer.
I know, but it had a 1 notch.
It doesn't matter.
It had a 1 notch. I forgot about the rule that
the
when you
rule
guess
is, if you guess correctly,
yes,
and a card fades, it does not go up.
Yes, I know, and I forgot that. I didn't want it to fade. I thought we would get Doom points if it faded.
You're killing me here.
I know I am. I'm so sorry.
You're killing me here.
Okay. That was so bad. Oh my God. I feel so bad.
All right. I get to draw 1. All right. If you don't get this, so help me.
All right. Oh my gosh. 7.
Are you sure? Is that your final answer?
It's 7. If both of your fates are the same, play only one of them here. Is 7.
Thank you.
You forgot to reset.
It doesn't matter. No, that was from my old number.
Oh, okay.
I had a 7 previously, and then I drew a new 7.
Oh, yeah, I forgot 7.
All right. So, yay. So, what's going to happen now is this card, we get a point for guessing correctly.
Yes.
This card also fades, but because
it
doesn't correct. So, this is just twice. Before making a prediction, the group may discard this to make 1 extra prediction this turn.
Nice.
So, these 7s go away. Wow, dude.
Wow. I know.
Holy cow.
Oh, man. I used to be good at math, I swear.
All right, you get 2.
Oh, no. You say that with such disappointment. Okay, it's your turn.
Hold on, folks. We're going up the roller coaster. Clank, 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 clank.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Okay, all right. I got this.
Oh, my. For the record, I love you, but holy cow.
I know. I know.
I don't want to sleep on the couch later, but holy cow.
Okay. Oh, no. That hurts.
You can't do anything with that 6. All right. So this moves here.
Mm-hmm.
But that might actually help us. Let's figure this out together. Well, I'll try and figure it out. So, if one of your fates is double or triple the other, play one of them here. That tells me that it cannot be a 2 or a 3, because triple 2 is 6, and double 3 is 6. So the fact that she did not play that here means that those aren't it. Odd. If the sum of your fates is odd, play one of them here. So 1 is a possibility, however the 4 would not be, and the 6 would not be, because that would result in an even number. The 6 gives a +2 or -2, and that would not be helpful. If both of your fates are unique from each other, and all visible fates...
Wait, which ones did you get rid of from here?
It was the 4 and the 6, because if the sum of your fates is odd... Oh, I'm sorry, hold on. The fact that you didn't play the 6 here means that your sum isn't odd. So 6 plus 4 is 10, not odd. So you couldn't have played there. And 6 plus 6 is 12, that's even. So, oh wait, I'm going backwards with it. Hold on. I'm getting this backward. 6, I'm trying to work backward, and I'm confusing myself. So it won't be odd, because if, okay, 6 plus 1 is 7, that would work, my bad. 1, and then 5 and 7 are gone. That leaves 6 and 4. She would have played, well, she did not put it here. If she did put it here, it could have been the 4. And the fact that she did not put that here tells me it can't be a 4. So, and there is no 6. If both of your faces are unique from each other, wait a minute. That can't be right. I'm missing something. Because this says if both of your faces are unique from each other, and all visible faces, that means that this cannot be a 6, and this cannot be a 6, and this cannot be a 6. This doesn't make any sense. Are you sure you read these cards correctly?
If both of your fates are unique.
Right.
Unique meaning if both of your fates like a 6 and a 1, they're unique, right? 6 and a 2, 6 and a 3, 6 and a 7.
But you didn't put this here.
I know, I put it here.
If both of your faces are unique. Right, so it has to be the 6. Because otherwise, I mean, it has to be.
I didn't put it here because...
It wasn't, they weren't unique.
Exactly.
I know that, that's what I'm saying.
But you were saying that it couldn't be a 6.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Again, I'm reading it backward. I'm guessing, based on not even counting this, everything else points to 6. So I'm doing 6.
Yes, it's a 6.
Thank you. Okay.
You scared me when you flipped it over when you got here. I was like, wait.
So what happens now is this 6 and this goes away. We get a point. And these come off because this is now faded, because 3 notches and 3 moon things. Those go back in, and we get another. Now, because this is faded, but I guess correctly, the Doom tracker does not go up. So
again, technically, I'm not supposed to talk, but I'm trying to help him out and show you guys, and camera.
What we're saying is we're terrible at this, and I hope you're entertained. That's all I'm going to say. Are you not entertained?
I'm not entertained.
Okay. So, I have to draw 2. Now, this new one is, before making a prediction, the group may discard this to ask, is your fate a 5, 6, or 7?
Nice.
Okay. So, I'm going to draw 2. And... try. Okay. Okay.
Oh. It's a 4.
Boom! It's the only possible thing. 6 plus 2 is 8. We have no 8, so 6 minus 2 is 4. You got it.
Woo.
Now that also...
That gets faded.
Yeah, it gets faded.
The Doom doesn't get
correct. So we got a point for that. This gets faded. I'm going to put that twice. So we get to do another twice thing.
Now, is the max ability limit? Is there a max?
Not that I saw in the instruction. I could have been wrong, but... All right.
All right, let's go.
We have all these abilities that we haven't used yet.
Yeah. Well, now it's my turn coming up, so you might actually have to use all of them.
We'll see.
Okay, let's see. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Technically, and this is a mistake we made.
Okay.
Whenever we refill the row, these slide to the right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh,
because these
of the timer.
Yes, the timer thing.
Interesting.
I was just reading that, and that's my bad.
Okay. No, that's fine. All right, let's see if you can puzzle.
Oh, maybe no. Fates played in front of the hours move. Okay, never mind. All right, I was reading that wrong. It just says, remember that the hours is not an Arcana card and never fades. Fates played in front of the hours move to the Arcana card immediately. Yeah, so if you play one... Okay, so I was right. Never mind.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see if you can puzzle this out.
That always ends well.
I really shouldn't...
Especially late at night.
I shouldn't be saying this, but...
If one of your fates is a 3, 4, 5, and the other is not, play the 3, 4, 5 here. All right. So we can eliminate the 3, the 4, and the 5. Okay. However, this +1, -1 does nothing for me because this and this are the exact same information. If both of your fates are unique from each other and others on the table, so it's possible it's not a 1 or a 2, because she could have played the 4 over here, and then that would have been, the options would have been a 1, 2, and a 4.
No, unique.
If both of your fates are unique from... Oh, I'm sorry. I keep thinking the same. My bad. If both of your fates are unique from each other, so had she put that here, it could not have been... okay. I feel like I just need to slow it down and think about this. If the sum of your fates is odd... See, I have 4 choices now. If she had played the 4 here, that means her hidden number would have had to have been a 1, a 3, a 5, or a 7 to make this odd correct. And it's still 4 choices out of 4, so it could have been here or here. Again, this +1, -1 doesn't really help at all, because 3 and 5 are already eliminated. This card is screwing me up big time. I think because we're getting close to the end of the game, I'm going to do this. Is your card a 5, 6, or 7?
No.
No. So I'm going to burn that ability just to use them. And I'm going to use one of our twice cards. Mm-hmm. I'm going to guess the 1 and the 2, the only ones left.
It is a 2.
All right, 2. So what was your thinking on that?
So I did not place it here because I had a 2 and there was a 2 already. And it's not unique. It's not different.
There's also a 1 here as well.
I know. I didn't have a 1 here either. So I figured you would only play the twice card instead of burning the 5, 6, or 7 because you get rid of
okay,
that.
That's all right.
That's okay.
We got a point, right?
Yes.
Are we up to here? I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. All right. So nothing. No, we're still on.
Yeah, we're still good on that.
Okay. So this 2 goes back in the bag. Oh, it's the 7.
These reset.
We still have these 2 cards to work off of.
I love this game, but do not play this game late at night.
Yeah, you'll get a headache. Okay. Okay. This is going to be a long shot.
Is this the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Well...
Maybe not as bad as mine with the whole adding and subtracting.
Okay, so... See... Yeah, I have to do this.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, crap.
And then this slides over, but...
Yeah. Okay,
so let's take them one at a time.
Yeah, if one of your faces is 3, 4, or 5 and the other is not. Okay, so it cannot be a 3, 4, or 5, for sure. Okay. If the sum of your fate is odd, play it here. But he didn't play it there, so it's got to be an even number. So... Okay, so it's not a 7, and it's not a 1. No, wait. Yeah, it's not a 1.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 6. If one of your fates is exactly 1 more or 1 less than the other, play one of them here. That doesn't really... Well, Oh, okay, so you didn't put it here. Because otherwise it would have been... Both of your fates are unique from each other and all visible fates. Oh, wait. If you had a 2, you wouldn't have been able to. You wouldn't have been able to place the 2 here, the 6 here, anyways. Even if you had the 2, even if you had the 6. Ooh, that's tough.
Well, remember we've got abilities.
That's true. I will use twice.
All right. Yeah, that narrowed it down to 2.
2 or 6.
2 or 6. It was a 2.
Okay.
So we burned that, and we earned a point, and there you go.
We won. Oh my god.
Had we played on normal, we would have. He had 4, so he got. Where was he at here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would have gotten 2.
Won.
No, he would be up to here.
Really?
Yeah, because he gets 2 extra points at the beginning of the game. So 2 plus the 4 that he's on is 6.
He gets 2 at the beginning of the game on a hard difficulty?
On normal.
Oh, on normal. And we played on easy.
We played it on 0. Yeah, we started on 0.
Okay.
Normal would be 2. Okay.
Oh,
had he started
I see.
here,
I see what you mean.
2 that he started with on normal plus 4 is 6.
I see.
We would have barely won had we played on normal.
Interesting.
So, having had 3 or 4 games now under our belt, what do you think so far?
I freaking love this game.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It's hard though. Like, I would love to try it out just to see if it would work. That 2-player variant, I think that would be so hectic.
Yeah, the 2-player variant involves having another set of these colored tokens, and we each have to alternate. So blue goes then red, then say green, then yellow, and each color has their own set of black tiles.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
So you'd have extra things to think about. That's the advanced 2-player variant.
That sounds so tough. I would even like to add an extra card here, honestly. I was thinking maybe add an extra 4 cards, but that might have been a bit too much and would probably negate this one.
Yeah, this actually gives a lot of information.
Yes, it does.
Even though, because you can eliminate all... This gets rid of, well, why didn't you play it on this instead of this? Here, it's like, I can't play it on anything. So just use these as, eliminators.
It's a real mind-bendy game for sure, because if somebody doesn't put a card, then you have to work backwards.
My problem is my brain, my ADHD brain, sometimes thinks 3 or 4 steps ahead, and then I get confused. And then I lose track of what I was doing, and then I mix something up. Like I did with that whole... I couldn't... Whatever, my brain would not understand this card for some reason.
I know, I felt so bad.
So, yeah, and again, now that we've played the game, I just want to quickly show you some of the extra cards I was sent. Between, for example, and the ability is same. Pause if you want to see any of this in greater detail. There's within 2, there's guess, there's alone, there's difference. These look a lot more difficult. Play one of your fates here, draw a fate, and continue your turn. You may not play here again. These look like advanced cards to me.
Oh, I would so play with these.
I'm sure you would. Rising, all times 4, fragile. Play a 7 here. Each turn, 1 fade if a 1 or 2 was played anywhere this turn.
Oh, that is so cool.
Whoa. Okay, so wait. 1 fade. So wait a minute.
Is that like a permanent thing?
I don't understand. 1 fade if... What's the fade value? What's this arrow mean?
So every time 1 or 2 is played, that means that it fades. So it seems like Doom just gets a point.
That seems rough.
Only if you play a 1 or 2.
I guess. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Each turn. That's scary.
Inevitable. Yeah, these look like more advanced cards. I would recommend, if you do get these, to use the standard deck for right now. There may be identifiers on these cards. I'm looking at the back, and it looks like there may be symbols on the top. I'm guessing these are unique symbols. It does, again, the rulebook does not go into this at all. It would have been nice to, like, what do the symbols on the cards mean? Does this mean that, you know, this mountain, for example, does this mean that this card is easier in difficulty? Is there a way to make the game easier for newcomers by taking out certain cards? You'll note the symbols on these cards. There's a tree, there's a keyhole, crown, so on. Is it possible to then take out certain cards to make the game easier for younger players? It would have been cool to see something like that. I feel like I would need to... And is there an identifier on these cards anywhere that identifies the expansion cards versus these? You know what I mean? Like, so that if I do put them together, how do I then separate them in the future? How do I know that I've got all the ones I need? I would need some kind of list in the box or on here telling me which ones came with the core game and which ones were in the side expansion that I received. So I would definitely, if you can, make some kind of note and add it to the box and just keep track of which cards are with which side. And again, if you do buy this game, you may not get these extra cards that Idalee's currently going through.
Sorry,
right now.
yeah.
It's fine.
Because this one has... This fragile one that doesn't even have... It seems like a permanent thing, but then if you turn it over, it has an actual ability.
Right. So it would have been nice to have instructions for this. Like a card FAQ.
Yeah.
I think that's my only complaint with this game is that my game, yes, it came with plenty of baggies, which is awesome, but no card FAQ on certain things. I may have to ask the developer if he has something like that. Or maybe a list of all the cards so that I can easily separate the harder stuff from the easier stuff. You know what I mean? But other than that, this game is fantastic. I think we both like this game a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else to say about this before we go? The art, fantastic. Anything else? I know you're currently looking at cards, but...
Sorry. Now I have to wonder. Maybe it's just adding. So when you play... If a 1 or 2 is played, you add like a moon, maybe?
I don't know.
And you have to play a 7 here. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know, but there's no, like, fade timer.
Because we're adding them. So we add 1 fade when a 1 or 2 is played anywhere.
Yeah, but a fade is...
It's these things.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
So I have to wonder if, in order to break this, in order to not break it, we have to add 1 or 2s. But if we do play a 7 here, and only, like, 1 is played... on that turn, then it fades, and then we have to take it.
Again, card
Sorry,
FAQ.
yeah.
A card FAQ. My point is, a card FAQ would have been helpful.
Yes, sorry.
But other than that,
great game. I really love this. This is fun.
The Shipwreck Arcana. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vincent Idalee. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.
Bye, guys.